Hey guys, what's going on? Derek here. I'm here with Brad and Kerri Dahlhofer from Nektar Meadery in Ferndale, and just wanted to take a few minutes to chat with them, see how they're coping with the this virus and the things that we had to do to kind of change up our business practices and see what they're doing and see what they're all about. So thanks for doing this with me, guys. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having
having
us.
us on.
Awesome. And I guess just tell us a little bit about yourselves and what your business is.
Sure.
Well, we're a meadery and cidery and brewery based in Ferndale. We make mead, cider, and beer. We have a tap room here, which is open for carry out currently, but we also distribute to, I think, 28 states, Europe and Asia. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
We started in 2008. Well, we originally founded the company back in 2006 as just going to be a side business carrying our home brewing to the next level. And then when the recession hit in 2008, I got laid off and we decided to go all in. So this isn't the first time we've had to deal with an economic disaster, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Except this time our kids are older. Our oldest was only 3 months old at that time. So.
Right. I'm with you there. Yeah, I was in the real estate business through the last downturn as well, so I know I know exactly where you're coming from there. So let me ask you this: how did buy mead? That seems like a super niche kind of market. Like what made you guys start in that business?
Well, we were making it at home as well as brewing beer and ciders and stuff. And, Kerri had been drinking some at home one day after she got laid off back in '06 and said, nobody makes this. Like, we should sell it. This is really good. It's unique. There's nothing like it on the market. And
people will still drink during the recession.
We figured nobody's making it. Why go and try and do something everybody else is already doing? Let's take a product out there that nobody's really doing.
Right. No, that's awesome. I guess we should probably back up and have you explain what mead actually is for the people that don't know.
Sure. Mead is another type of alcohol. Like cider is made from apples and beer is made from barley and grains, and mead is made from honey. It can be very, very sweet and high in alcohol, or it can be dry and low in alcohol. It's all about how much of a concentration of honey we begin with and how much we add after fermentation is done. But it's like cider, you can throw spices and fruits and all kinds of other things into it. So we have a really big variety of flavors and products available.
Very cool. I'm a big fan of the Dude's Rug, so yeah, that's yeah, definitely. I can attest. You guys have just a huge amount of different products that you guys put out. So that's really cool. That's excellent. So I know you have the tap room in Ferndale. So you basically just said right now it's carry out only, obviously because of the way things are going. But I guess how has since this virus happened, everything the whole world's changed. How has this affected your business, and what are you guys doing to overcome and adapt to it?
Well, whatever we can. Like you said, I mean, we're doing carry out only. We do delivery as well, kind of in a smaller footprint, than our normal distribution. But we ended up having to furlough mostly all of our employees, except for a couple of people to help us work in the tap room and some other things. So that means Kerri and I have been learning how to do all the things that our staff normally does. And it's kind of humbling in a way after as you run a company, you think you really know how things work. And then when you actually have to start going and putting in the bills and reconciling bank statements, you go, oh my God, I don't know. We can figure it out, but man, we're not very quick at it. So we're working 7 days a week pretty much, just trying to keep up. And, it doesn't feel like we're going anywhere sometimes, but, you got to keep things moving.
Right.
Some orders coming in from wholesalers. Like, thankfully, the off-premise, stores, liquor stores are still open. So we do have our wholesalers still putting in orders. So, just a lot less money coming in, but it's still something. So we're hanging in there.
We're lucky that because of how long it takes to make our product, we usually had a pretty big buffer of product ready to sell. in our warehouse at any given time. And so we're fortunate that we can kind of live off that inventory reserve that we have.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I guess what is the timeline for fermentation, or from A to B? Like, how long does it take to make your
the quickest is about 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
The longest can be in the years.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. So we've got barrels that are, I mean, that's the nice thing, is that some of the product is just sitting in oak barrels or stainless steel tanks, and it's at one stage or another of its completion. And we just kind of hit pause, and, they'll be fine as long as we just check the tanks, make sure the lids are sealed properly and stuff. And, things will sit and be okay. But, there's just so much unknown right now.
Right. No, I'm with you there. I guess, yeah, you're fortunate. Your business didn't get shut down either. So I'm kind of sitting here on the sidelines.
Yeah, it's kind of a blessing and a curse too, because we don't have access to a lot of the other types of support that some people get. A lot of people think small business owners, they got enough money and this and that. It's like, the reality is most of the money goes into paying your staff and the rent and all that. And
yep.
When there's a downturn like that, there's certain things that we don't even qualify for. Like, I know they're making changes and stuff, but things like unemployment are not things that small business owners always get a chance to take advantage of,
Right.
So it's tough, so
yep.
we're making do wherever we can, and so far doing okay. But it's always great to see, local customers that come back in and say, hey, we just want to really support you guys and want to come in and pick up some bottles and stuff. And it's a great feeling, Ferndale's been a great community to be in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I was going to say, you guys, the business that you started, just there's not a more Ferndale type business that I can even think of. It's awesome. I mean,
something a little quirky, right?
Yeah. The perfect community, and I will say about our community too, is people are extremely loyal to Ferndale businesses. So that definitely has to help as well. So.
We are too. I mean, we live here too. So it's like, it's amazing how big our 2 mile by 2 miles community is, in terms of its heart, its passion, its dedication, its loyalty. It's a great place to be.
Yep. I can't disagree. Yeah. I've been living here since 2005 and just absolutely love it. And my business is right downtown, 9 and Woodward as well. So, well, that's cool. Now, as far as have you guys seen any interruptions in the supply chain, or is that still seems like it's
we haven't had to deal with it because, like I said, we had so much inventory in process that even if we go through everything that we already had packaged, we still have so much in tanks that we haven't really had to buy any raw materials. So
excellent.
We were very lucky in that sense.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them have been in touch with me saying we're still up and running. We can still support you. We've got trucks, so it's there if we need it.
Good.
Things like honey get harvested when they're ready to get harvested. So, and the honey doesn't go bad. So it sits around in 55-gallon drums or big, 200-300 gallon totes, and it's not going anywhere and it's not going to go bad. So same with a lot of the fruits we use are either in like a juice form or a puree form or something like that. So we should have good access to our raw materials when we need to pick up and start doing more. Good
deal. That's definitely a good thing. I know the last recession is kind of what made you guys get into business and turn your hobby into a business. What's been your favorite number one favorite thing about creating a small business?
I would say for me, it's the flexibility. It's a lot of hard work, but I don't mind it because I know it's for me, it's for the family that we build. All of our employees are like family to us, and you end up working probably more than you would if you had just your normal 9 to 5. But there's a lot more. I don't know. I guess it's more worth it to me because it's something that you're building and growing. But, if you need to take a day off or you need to take care of something else, you're not going to get in trouble or if you do, it's you're the person getting yourself in
suffer
trouble.
the consequences.
You suffer your own consequences.
Yeah.
You make them.
Yeah.
I really like the ability to kind of follow my own obsessions. When I was working for other people, oftentimes I know exactly what will make this company great, but trying to get somebody to listen wasn't always easy. I don't articulate myself well sometimes. So, getting to follow that passion, getting to follow that thing that you just, I got this hunch, I got this feeling. And, the only person I really have to sell on the idea is my wife.
Excellent. No, and people, because entrepreneurs are such a, it's like the in thing to do right now. People don't understand. I don't think the amount of work and challenge that goes into it. So I'm the same way. It's to me the rewarding part of it on my end is the amount of commitment that you have to put into it, and just to accomplish anything. But then there's a reward, because you get anything you do is for yourself. It's not, you're not working for anybody else. So
I think oftentimes people forget that starting a business is starting a business.
Yeah.
And it's that business part of it that people downplay what that means. But I was kind of lucky. I actually enjoy accounting, and I think it's cool to figure out how to streamline inventory. I don't know, I'm a nerd, what can I say?
Well, you have to, if you're not a metrics nerd, then it's probably, starting a business probably isn't the right line of work for you.
And it doesn't mean people can't be successful, but I think that's part of what makes our dynamic good, is that we're like a Simon and Garfunkel, the poet and the one-man band kind of thing. She's the artist, and I'm the guy trying to figure out how to get this to transition from this part of the song to that part of the song,
That's awesome. Excellent. And then where do you guys see yourselves, moving forward? Obviously, we're going to get out of this at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later. And what are the plans moving forward?
We're going to Disneyland. No. I don't know if you've even thought past this. It's like we're hoping it goes back to normal, and then you just keep doing what we were doing.
It's not going to be normal. We're actually, this opportunity of being kind of like shut down with no employees means we get to streamline a lot of things. So going forward, when we get everyone back, there's going to be some like new procedures and things that they're going to have to learn. But I think in the big picture, it's going to be easier and more efficient for everybody. And I think, having those efficiencies, having better productivity from the staff when they come back and like learn these efficiencies, I think we're just going to keep moving forward.
It means we get to focus more on things that only people can do. The software we've been implementing over time is we found all kinds of ways to like importing things where we used to manually enter them, and letting the system do more. And I always came from the philosophy of, if you let the computer do what the computer can do, that frees up the people to do what only people can do, which is where your creativity comes from, which is where your customer service comes from, which is where the culture comes from. So, I'm excited about that, being able to kind of reduce the amount of hours in the week we might spend on doing, book reconciliation is now going to free us up to work more closely with our R&D staff or production team or tap room, or, it's just a time to reflect and a time to think about, how could we make this better,
I think we'll be pretty strong coming out of this once we get back to it, and we'll probably throw a really big party to celebrate everyone coming back.
We miss we've been doing like text message threads with our staff, and it gets goofy, honestly. It gets really goofy. And it's just fun. We're trying to keep everybody together because, we're afraid of losing people, honestly, but I guess the only silver lining here is that nobody is going to be doing a lot of hiring, but,
sure.
But, we want what's best for everybody, but we want them to come back here,
Right.
So we're really looking forward to getting our team back. And, I think that you don't realize how much you grow to be like a family with the people you work with until all of a sudden they're not here anymore. And we come into an empty 20,000 square foot facility and there's 4 people.
Right.
It's weird.
Yeah, no, I definitely, I know, I feel your pain. Yeah, it's, I don't think I'm the only one that's been in my office and about 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah.
At least I know who all the food in the fridge belongs to now.
There you go. Yep. So, you know, and again, I really appreciate you guys doing this. It's really informative, kind of seeing where your guys' take is on the business and how you are running things. I really, especially, you know, what you said about letting the computer do what the computer does, so that people can do what only people can do. I think that's a really awesome philosophy, and there's a lot of truth to that. So, you know, I don't want to take up too much of your time. We'll kind of wrap this up, but let us know just where you guys are located, what you do, so you know, anybody that's watching this can partake in some of your delicious product.
Yeah, so we're at Wanda and Jarvis. So we're on the east side of Ferndale, just down the street from Fleet, south on 9 Mile. Tap room's open Monday through Sunday from noon to 7. Pick up, carry out, or delivery, and we've got lots of fun things on tap right now. We've hit the archive. We've pulled out some of our old favorites and like some really rare stuff, just to, you know, kind of like give some awesome options for people. And really our tap room is the place where people can get something they won't get anywhere else. So this is kind of like, this is the time to hit us up.
But we encourage people who can't get to the tap room to please still pick us up in their local grocery or bottle shop or wherever it is that they are doing their shopping, because we are not only a Ferndale business, but the majority of all our ingredients and some of the products that are people's favorites, like Zombie Killer, is all Michigan cherries, Michigan apples, Michigan honey, and you're really supporting Michigan by buying our products.
Excellent. And what's your website so people can kind of explore as well?
Nektar.com. That's BNEKTAR.com.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Brad and Kerri. I appreciate you doing this, and best of luck to you, and I hope nothing but the best for you guys moving forward.
Well, thank you. And thank you for doing what you're doing. It's great to see someone doing something positive in a time like this. It's really nice.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, cheers.
Thanks.